Okay, welcome back everyone to another episode of Yoda's Hut. I'm Bill. I go by Yodaman on the boards. And once again, I'm joined for commentary by Derek. Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Doing all right.
All right, so we've got another game featuring myself on the right playing a Sith Navy deck that my partner Derek here actually suggested on the Yoda's Hut threads against Jerry, who's playing a Smuggler Rebel deck that was suggested by Jarrett from the board. So let me run over our objectives real quick. So I am playing the Galactic Enforcer Sith Navy 7-card reserve one. It's got 2 Killing Cold, 2 Executor Arrives, 2 Laura the Lost, 2 Imperial Command, 2 Deploy the Fleet, and 2 Imperial Vengeance. And Jerry's got the deck that he's playing is using the Smuggler Rebel 7-card reserve, so it's Mercenary Contacts. He's got 2 Asteroid Sanctuary, 2 Feigning Captivity, 2 Spirit of Rebellion, 2 Planning the Rescue, 2 Haunting the Empire, and 2 Pushing Back the Empire. It looks like we're getting going here. I'll say Jerry's real quick, but he obviously flipped up Planning the Rescue, so he taken the top 3 cards of his deck, and he'll get to put them as captured cards on my objective. I think he got 2 of those little shadow operatives or whatever they're called, and then the mission to save a friend. I think that's what he ended up with. So my objective flop, I ended up with Imperial Command, Deploy the Fleet, and Imperial Vengeance. And Jerry had Asteroid Sanctuary, Planning the Rescue, and I think the other one, if I remember right, is the Pushing Back the Empire. Although it's a little hard to tell sometimes from the images here.
Yeah. It's still too new, not super familiar with all of them yet.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's Haunting the Empire, so that's why I'm going with it.
Yeah. Process of elimination.
Process of elimination here. It looks more like back one. Maybe it is Haunting. I guess we'll see if he plays more resources than I would expect, but I think it's the Pushing Back one. All right, so he put the 2 of the cards in Imperial Vengeance. I think those were the little chuds, and then he put to Save a Friend and Deploy the Fleet. Looks like I'm starting out with a Fleet Navigator. Or no, sorry, Duty Officer for one, getting some resources going here.
Yeah, this deck I already had built as just a 6-4 split, and centering around, the Avenger and Rav, and a lot of sacrificing and dealing damage, and Deploy the Fleet just fit really well into it in terms of what it does. It obviously lowers the consistency a little bit, makes it harder to find, like Rav and the Avenger. But it's all the stuff it brings to the deck actually makes it easier to play stuff like the Sith version of the Executor and whatnot if you draw it. So this deck just really kind of built itself when I already had the other one. So
I followed up with Mahdi, and then I've got an ISB guy, and I think where I'm got in my hand, I see a Berserker, so I could play that Berserk Hunter guy if I wanted to. I got resources. But I actually think I have some other ship, and I'm getting ready to use Deploy the Fleet. Yeah, there we are. And
There's
is the Avenger, right?
Yeah, he is awesome to have in play in this deck.
Yeah, so I dealt 2 damage and paid 3 because he cost 5 to put the Avenger into play. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so the Avenger is, it's elite. It's a capital ship. It's got 2 guns, 2 black blasts. And when a unit you control leaves play during the conflict phase, you can deal a damage to target enemy unit twice per turn. So it's not even just a once per turn thing.
Yeah, so being able to sack units at will with stuff like ISBs, he can be a huge pain. To deal with. And
I am committing the ISB guy and the Avenger actually, since it's elite, to take balance. So I've got 4 there, and Imperial Vengeance is one of those ones I haven't played quite as much, but that's when a friendly objective is destroyed, you can deal 2 damage to a target enemy unit there.
So that's when you usually want to get off the table really quickly, but with you having Deploy the Fleet out there, that's going to be an easier target, and you could even end up blowing that up yourself if you had to at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's really easy to trigger that Vengeance multiple times. All you need now is Rav to complete the combo, and you'll have a lot of disastrous stuff going out there. And with the start you got too, I mean, even with having Imperial Command out of commission for next turn, you could still actually hardcast the Executor next turn if you drew it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's tons of resources in this deck, not to mention the stuff like Admiral's Orders and whatnot that you could draw. So.
Right, yeah, I mean, starting off with Mahdi and the Duty Officer was certainly really good in this game that, get a resource ramp right away, and even with Deploy the Fleet being out, it let me, get some other, get that out too.
Yeah, the main reason Mahdi ended up in this deck was when I first started building it. I was putting the combo with the Rav and the Avenger and getting some sacrificing stuff with the Ice Chompers and the Executor and stuff, and there was not an overwhelming amount of resources in the deck. So that's the whole reason that Mahdi took up the final 2 spots.
Yeah.
And then, again, just added Deploy the Fleet when we went to the 7 reserve with the 6/6 here.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty good build there. And so it looks like Jerry's played Superior Intelligence, the 2-for-1 resource from the Kraken set, and then followed it up with the Cloud City Escorts because that Superior Intelligence actually isn't limited, so you can play both. And that's the one that as long as it's not during conflict, you can focus the enhancement to put a card from your hand as a captured card in an enemy objective.
Yeah, he's staying right there with you on resources.
Yeah, he really is. And then, what was that? Is that another one of those?
I think it's the same guy.
Not Shadow Operative, Infiltration
Specialist. He already
Specialist.
threw twice under... And is that the TIE Phantom?
Yeah, I think that's the Phantom. Yeah, so it's a
Phantom.
I think I said that wrong before.
Yeah.
I think I called the Smuggler one the Shadow Operative, but that's the one that's in Undercover Dealings. This is the Infiltration Specialist. But basically, when it leaves play, you can switch it with a captured card of another objective, so which is pretty good.
Yeah, he doesn't do much good when he's already over there. So having 2 of them at Imperial Vengeance isn't really helping. All he can do is use it on the other one and go get back his mission card.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not exactly sure what Jerry might do here. Now, I could always sack the ISB guy if I need to and do a damage to something.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
yeah.
Phantom could save it.
So Phantom works on Spectre or...
I thought it was Spectre or Character, I think is what pretty sure Phantom works on.
Is it? Or is it something like Spectre or Rebel?
Nope, Spectre or Character.
Okay.
Yeah, Ghost is Spectre or Rebel.
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
I'm not sure why you want to save it, but theoretically he could save the Infiltration Specialist if he wants to.
Yeah, well, you can also, once it goes to conflict, you can sack the ISB and get a damage from the Avenger at the Phantom. And that's the problem with him, like, say, attacking, for example, is if you win edge, you can strike with the ISB and then sack him and kill the Phantom with just him.
Yeah, exactly.
So even though he's got resources out there, he doesn't have much on the table in comparison to what you've got.
No, I think I have better units.
Yes.
I mean, Phantom's pretty good, but I got Mahdi and the Duty Officer for the resources, and I got the synergy with the ISB guy and the Avenger. So.
Yeah, the only thing is the Phantom is a tactic, so if he can win edge, he can stop whoever he blocks.
Right.
But like if he sends the Phantom, I think you just kill it.
Yeah, or at least try to kill it. So I think
if you double blocked, you would definitely kill it.
Yeah, I mean I only have.
Well, actually no, because you would only get 1 damage max. Or if you struck first, if you hit the ISB and tactics the Avenger. But you could still sack the ISB beforehand, so you'd get the 1 damage. But if you win edge, you take it out easily without it.
Yeah, and I just realized as we're looking here, it looks like I have 2 cards. I should have 3. I think I forgot that I had the 7-card reserve when we started.
It looks that way.
Yeah, it's because I was just thinking I played out 4 cards and Jerry's played out 4 cards, so we probably both have 2 cards, but really we should both have 3. He's just going to pass turn, it looks like now, and the Dow's going to go 3.
Let's see if you remember to take an extra card here.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's so different when you're not used to it.
Oh, I know. It's
Yeah.
the 6-7 reserve here, and then also like I play Destiny, which there's a 5, and every time I'm playing any game, I have to second guess how many cards I start with.
Yeah, I think I did draw 7 this time. I think I noticed it afterwards and just I think I said it to Jerry if I remember right, and he said, "Well, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to pass turn anyway." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So, other than maybe if I had something I wouldn't have wanted, I could have pitched it. It was
Yeah.
not that big of a deal. So now
I
it
can
looks like
see
I got.
fear in your hand there, which is not probably a useful card at this point.
No, I think I just drew that. I'm pretty sure I have
Yeah.
one of the Berserk Hunter guys.
Fear would have been a good one to just get rid of.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
have.
see, that's
There
the
is
thing
a
with
holocron.
it. That's the nice thing with the Berserk Hunters is he sacks after he strikes, so you know you're going to get a point of damage with him. Between that and the ISB, you can take out that Phantom no matter what he does.
Yeah. And there is a Fleet Navigator getting some tactics on the board.
Mm-hmm.
And another resource, too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm resource rich in this game, even though the Holocron only work on part of my deck, but that's all right.
You just save it until that part comes out.
Yeah.
So you get it.
And there's one of the Berserk guys.
Those guys are fun.
Yeah. So I gotta think it'd be tempting for me to attack, but I might just kind of sit back and defend a little bit here. He's got a decent amount of resources, so he might.
Yeah, that Phantom, if he gets a better target, that's going to be a problem. I would take out that Phantom. So I would go in with the Berserker and then sack him and the ISB to get rid of the Phantom.
Yeah, I just looks like I just sacked, committed Mahdi. I didn't sack anybody.
Yeah, and you could have done some damage with the Avenger as well.
Yeah. Oh well, I guess we'll see what happens. Just being a little cautious here.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, even if he comes across and damage and blows up objectives, you're gonna, pop him with Imperial Vengeance.
Yeah.
So you've got some significant blast on the board out there. You can start taking him out here pretty quickly before he really gets going.
I could. Dallas at 3. So, if I can kind of hold on to force, I could really just kind of set myself up to be in a good position here. To just blow up a bunch at once. But he does have 7 resources.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You could have probably taken out the double resource that he's got there. Or that one... I don't think we ever figured out if it's haunting the Empire or not, but it's a double resource if it is.
Yeah, I think it's the pushing back the Empire.
Okay.
So the one that gives you the discount when you go to play a if you play a Rebel unit, then you get a 1-cost discount if you then play on your next non-Rebel card, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Once per phase. It's actually not even Rebel unit. I think it's just Rebel card.
Okay.
So if you played an event, you could get something else for cheap. Yeah, after you play a Rebel card, reduce the cost of the next non-Rebel card you play by 1.
See,
once
there's
per
Ghost.
turn.
That's a problem now.
Yeah, there's Ghost. There's a Cloud City operative. Not that he... Well, I guess he could move it from my duty officer to my Fleet Navigator to get rid of my tactics, or...
Yeah, see, that's the problem, is now he can go in with, Ghost or whatever, and you can't get rid of him because of that Phantom.
Yeah.
Because you let him hang around. So, you need to get that Phantom off the board.
He actually chose to focus the Berserker. And he is going after Imperial Vengeance, it looks like.
With everything?
He looks like he's going all in here. This makes me a little suspicious. I kind of wonder if he has the Allies of Necessity fate card. Which
wouldn't surprise me.
Gives you the extra blast and a gun on 2 different units that don't share an affiliation. So with everybody being in there, he's kind of got a pretty good shot of do something. Now I could try to take something out here, I guess, with the ISB guy.
If you're able to strike with him, yeah. If you'd have done it the other way, like I was suggesting the turn before, you could have blocked with the Fleet Navigator and maybe done a focus. But
Yeah.
well, what are you doing? Are you just discarding him for a damage?
Yeah, I think I discarded it. I looked at the top card of Jerry's deck,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to get that Infiltration Specialist just to get a blast off the board.
I thought he had 2 health. Does he only have 1?
He's only got 1 health.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm asking him where he wants it, and he's switching it with the mission.
Yeah.
On,
that makes sense, because he's attacking the other one.
Right. So I think I did that just to get one more blast off the board, because I was figuring if he had Allies of Necessity and I didn't really want to block, then he could potentially blow it up. So now I'm, at least I should, unless...
Well, you could have still done that in response to him playing Allies of Necessity. So now he might save it.
Yeah, that's true.
He would have otherwise wasted it.
Yeah. So it looks like we got an edge battle here. He's got a couple cards in.
What do you have in? Is it the Avengers in there?
Yeah, I'm blocking with the Avenger.
I had 4 like and
twisted. Yeah, he did twist. I was a little annoyed about that.
No, you twisted, I think.
No, he twisted.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, you've got twists in your deck too.
Yeah,
I think you got 4 of them.
Yeah.
Isn't there one in Rav's pod? Because I know you've got.
Yeah, there's 4 because there's 2 in Killing Cold and 2 in Rav's pod.
Yeah.
I'm really debating. I got Executor in my hand and Apology Accepted. I think I should just pitch the Apology Accepted.
Yeah. The Executor will be a good counterattack since he's going to be wide open next turn.
Yes, I had 2. And there is double Allies of Necessity, and that was not what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Because now he can give 2 more guns to Ghost and take out the Avenger.
Yep.
And then just blast on whatever else he wants to. And he's going to blow up Imperial Vengeance here.
Yeah, that was... I don't know that I would have put the Avenger in that for defense. Well, I had planned on attacking with him the turn before, but that was dangerous because of the fact that you had 4 guns anyway over there.
Right.
If he's able to win edge, you're screwed. Anyway, so... Because he could have just tactics the Avenger and then struck with everybody to kill him.
Yeah. That may have been why I was trying to say, keep Apology Accepted, that I could have sacked somebody and freed Avenger up if he got tactics down. I think that was what I was thinking. I wasn't expecting to get hit with 4 guns at once.
Yeah.
So, he's focused the Berserk guy again. Going to get his 2 Infiltration Specialists back. He's going to blow up Imperial Vengeance, but it's an interrupt, so it'll trigger, and I can do 2 damage to something. I think I'll hit Ghost.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that guy's Phantom.
You got to kill that Phantom. That's what I was saying. You should have gotten rid of that a turn ago.
Yeah. Am I not hitting Phantom?
I hope not. I hope you're not hitting Ghost.
I think I'm hitting
Ghost has Protect, doesn't he?
Ghost can protect Spectre.
Doesn't he have Protect Vehicle also? Or Protect Rebel? He has something.
I didn't think it was Vehicle. I thought it was just Protect Spectre.
I don't think so. I think you can... Yeah. See, the problem is now you can't get rid of Phantom because of Ghost, and Ghost can also... You've got both of them to deal with.
Ghost is Protect Spectre, but it's not Spectre, so Phantom can't protect Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you just hit Ghost then instead of killing Phantom?
Yeah, I think that's what I did. Was I just hit Ghost, trying to get the blast off the table. Seeing if there's another way I can do it. And I flipped up Executor Rise. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm getting ready to play Executor here.
Yeah.
Because it's in my hand. And my goal was to play it without having to use the Holocron. So I could use the Holocron sack to do one of the damages. And then find a way to just get another damage somehow to take out this Ghost.
Did you not get to free up the Berserker? Did he pile 3 tactics
Yeah,
on?
he put more tactics on it, so I was stuck.
Okay. Oh, you got the Ice Chomper.
Yep. And I'm playing another duty officer. Just get started. More resources.
Executor into Ice Chomper doesn't work on vehicles, but if he sends at Cloud City, you can still sack it and trigger his ability
Right.
with the Executor.
Right.
So yeah, you definitely need that Executor on the table.
Oh, I think that's my goal. I'm just trying to figure out what else to put down with it.
Well, you've got 8 resources plus the holocron right now, and that's if you don't use Deploy the Fleet.
Right.
Because you could also reduce its cost with that.
Yep. I sure could. There is an ice tromper. I'm spending 2 for that. Yeah, I kind of wonder if I could do the pro play, attack something with the ice tromper, and then sack it to get the damage from the executor.
Well, no, the Ice Trumper, removes an attacking unit.
Right, so I think you can remove itself.
Yeah, you're better off saving it to remove something like the
No, I know.
Cloud City Op. Especially if you block with the Fleet Navigator and then you get Tactics.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I could try to lock down Phantom or Cloud City Op since I've got my Fleet Navigator over there if I don't have to use it. I'm pretty sure what I'm doing here is I'm weighing whether or not I want to damage deploy the fleet to get out the Executor.
Well, the problem is now that you lost the Avengers objective, now deploy the fleet dying doesn't mean that much.
Right.
It just puts him that much closer.
Yeah. Well, I said I'm almost positive what I was trying to do here is figure out how I could trigger Executor twice on my turn to get rid of Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I can't use the holocron beforehand. I gotta keep it so I can trigger it.
Is there another unit in his deck that he could potentially play that will give the Ghost Protect?
I don't think so. Not in his deck. I mean, I guess there's a couple Protect Vehicle things, but not in there. So I am damage and deploy the fleet once. So now I need 7 if I'm going to play that Executor.
Well, you could do it if you tap everything, including the Fleet Navigator.
Yeah. No, I don't have to use the Fleet Navigator because I've got 2 resource objectives.
Oh, that's right. You've got 2 of the 2s now.
Yeah, I've kind of maxed myself out, but I think with Mahdi and the duty officers, I'll still have resources, and I still got the Sith holocron back there.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta think what I'll do here is I'm gonna attack something with the Navigator and Tactics, probably Phantom.
Yeah. You actually could attack with the Executor, too, since he's got an open board and put 4 damage out there.
Yeah.
Because you've got enough shenanigans to remove his other attackers.
So I hit Phantom. Of course, I could just wait till his turn and then do the shenanigans to get rid of Ghost. I'm going to commit the Ice Tromper. Keep balance. The dial is at 5 here because he hasn't gotten balance back yet. Looks like I'm switching to a regular 3 token rather than 3 1s.
Yeah.
Now Jerry has blown up an objective. He's got 3 damage on another one. Of course, I did all that damage myself, but
yeah.
And he used 2 of his allies of necessity fate cards. He should have 2 more though, because Jin and Cassian both have one in their sets, or both have them in their sets. So he has 4.
So the thing is now, though, you can't use the Ice Tromper unless he sends in the Cloud City Op.
Right.
So even if you sack the Holocron, if he sends Ghost by himself, he's still going to get to strike unless you win edge and attack him.
Right. I've got the Tromper and the Executor for defense.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to put the Executor up there.
Right.
So, and he'll kill Ghost, but Ghost will probably get to swing.
Yeah. Well, he'll kill Ghost unless he can focus the Executor down first.
Well, that would be foolish, because he would have to send in the Cloud City Op, in which case then you could use the Ice Chomper and then the Holocron to eliminate Ghost.
Yeah, that's true. Because I don't think he has a way to just protect a Smuggler character. He can just protect the Spectres. Oh, wait, no, actually, yeah. He could keep the Cloud City Operative alive, though, with Ghost, because he could sack Ghost. Of course, if he sacks Ghost, then I'll trigger Executor.
Yep.
So he just played To Save a Friend, the mission from Feigning Captivity there, which lets you, when it enters play, you search your deck and pick two cards and place them as captured cards at the mission. So I'm not sure what he might be looking for here. Falcon, I guess, or something big. Jin.
Kraken.
Of course, I'm not sure you want to bury Kraken, do you? I mean...
Well, it depends if you got Rescue Mission in your hand.
That's true. I guess if you have Rescue Mission, bury it.
The other thing is... with that Executor, I mean, every time something's sacked, he gets to deal a damage, but he can do it to objectives or characters.
Right.
So that does give you another way. Like I was saying, if you attack and did 4 damage, for example, you can, sack something and plink one of his objectives for the final damage during his draw phase. Then he doesn't have an objective with the resources for another turn.
Yeah. So he's. Looks like he is playing 2 Krakens down there, so I wonder if he's got Rescue Mission.
Yeah. Well, he's only got one place he can go after, and it's only got 2 health anyway.
Right.
So unless he's got some other way to get a bunch of cards under another objective.
Mm-hmm. There's another Infiltration Specialist, because he got him back.
One.
I think those are the 2 that were captured
right.
before and went to his hand when he blew up... Imperial Vengeance. They're kind of annoying, though. They've got White Blast.
Yeah.
And if I kill them, then he could switch them with Kraken. So I'm not exactly sure what I should do here. He's got a decent amount of blast on the board. So, And he's still got 5 resources open if he wants them. Now, he could get another card under To Save a Friend, but with Superior Intelligence. But it'd basically be a wash if he's going to use Rescue Mission to get Kraken back.
Now, Phantom can protect Ghost, right?
No.
Or is it not? It's the other way around?
Actually, they don't do anything.
Can they not do anything with each other?
They can't do anything with each other, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Right, because Ghost... right, so Ghost protects Spectres.
Okay.
And if a Spectre or Rebel unit's targeted by an enemy card effect, you can focus Ghost to cancel the effect. Okay. And Phantom is when a friendly Spectre or character unit would be destroyed or captured, you can sacrifice Phantom and remove all damage from the other unit. But
okay, so theoretically you could focus Ghost to cancel, say, the Executor's 1 point of damage.
Right, theoretically you could.
But that's the only interaction they've got.
Right, yeah. It's kind of interesting there isn't a little bit more synergy with them, but maybe that would have been too good. And I keep looking at all these resources he have, wondering what he's up to. He's sending in a team again, huh?
Well, you can easily eliminate... if he's got 2 heated battles, you're in big trouble with the Ice Chomper.
Yeah.
If he gets him, but...
I don't think he has any heats in his deck, actually, so...
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at his list, but...
I wonder if you have an event in your hand that you can play with the Holocron that you could use right now.
I don't know. I twisted away a Cassian. I'm surprised he didn't play Cassian there. He had resources.
He might have thought he needed it for the edge.
Yeah, I guess.
Because you both have a fair amount of cards in hand.
Yeah. I had 3 and he had 1.
Oh, that's the thing. He's got those little guys in his hand. He could potentially stop the.
He could stop the executors.
Yeah, but can he also stop the Ice Chomper's sack ability? Well,
no.
Technically, you could just do it again, then, couldn't you?
Right. It has to be in faction.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what though? Unless he can't actually stop the executor's reaction until he damages it, because the executor can't be affected by enemy card effects.
That's true.
So
you just smacked Ghost. Now he's only got 1 gun over there, so he can't even kill the Ice Chomper.
right. Yeah, now I'm probably thinking, do I want to kick the... I probably should have kicked it out, but I'm going to let the executor take the damage since it's still got 9 more health left. And then focus the Ice Chomper. I need to. And I'm going to...
Then you should sack it to kill that guy.
Right.
And then also deal... Yeah, it's like, do you kill him or do you put a damage on the Phantom is kind of the question.
Yeah, because there he goes. He's going to try to play the the chuds from Cassian set that lets you block things. But they won't work.
Because it has to be in faction?
Right.
Or...
Yeah, it only works if you trigger an ability on an in faction card. And so
the fact that the Ice Chomper is neutral and not Sith.
Right.
It doesn't work.
Right. He can stop the executor's reaction with it, but he can't stop the Ice Chomper.
Yeah.
So I would think I'll kick out the Cloud City Operative and kill it. Although he can sack Phantom to save the Cloud City Operative and then clear the damage off. That's alright. That gets rid of Phantom for me.
Yeah. Which he did, but then you also, because you sacked, you should get to deal another damage with the Executor anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to do.
Yeah.
I'm probably just deciding if I want to hit one of the Shadow Infiltrate. Yeah, I'm going to hit the Cloud City Op again. Makes some nice sense.
Now he's going to do it then.
Right. Yeah, I think I've explained about the Ice Chomper.
Yeah.
So Jerry doesn't have any more... He doesn't have any blast now since I won that edge battle.
Right.
He can basically swing for nothing.
And he doesn't get unopposed either.
Right. That turned out alright for me there, although now he's got a free board to swing at.
Well, so do you. Everything is focused.
Yep.
And the dial is at 7.
So dial's at 7. Although I'm wondering, he left all those resources open. Does he have some trick? I would have thought he would have used it then when he would have had a free board just to get balance back or something, even if he didn't want to attack.
Well, maybe he had multiple of those Duro smugglers he was planning to use that with, and
that's true.
Didn't realize he couldn't, or something like that.
Yeah. I think I just drew an Orbital and a Stormtrooper. Orbital would be really good right now.
He might as well scoop if you get it.
Although, I'd have to focus like my duty officers or something, so for Orbital. Or Mahdi.
Yeah, Mahdi would do it. Well, actually, right now you've already got on the table... I think you've almost got the win right now. Executor takes out the middle one, which has a damage on it. Those 2 other guys take out another fully health one. Then they both sack, so that's 2 triggers by the Executor. You get Mahdi plus unopposed. Right now you're 1 damage short. Oh, sacking the Holocron. You've got it on the table right now.
Yeah, I sure do.
I don't know if you noticed it yet, but it's there.
Right, because I can get 3 basically.
You've got 3 sacrifices.
Right.
That'll trigger. Plus Mahdi and unopposed. That's 1. Executor takes out the one that's got 1 damage just by himself. And then the damage from the 2 Berserkers. As long as you send something with them, like the Fleet Navigator, that will be there for the unopposed afterwards, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even need the Holocron or Orbital.
No,
And
well, you
have,
do need the holocron. Well, there's orbital, so.
It may not matter if I'm playing orbital, right? Although that did just take out 3 of my units, but...
Well, now you have to do the math differently.
Yeah.
Executor plus orbital takes out a fully health one. Berserker takes... plus fleet navigator takes out the one with damage.
Right.
And then you've got the other berserker... and you won't get unopposed with him, but you should have enough sacrificing to be able to trigger.
Right, so I'm using...
There you overdid it. You did 6 damage to that one with unopposed.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
You're still attacking the same way that I suggested, minus the without the thing.
Right.
The sacrificing. I think here. 1, 2. Yeah, now you're remembering to send those guys with. So you get the unopposed.
Yeah. Because they'll each get a blast.
Aren't you going to be short now, the way you did it?
No, I can still sack the holocron.
Yeah, but now you don't have anyone to attack the third objective.
I still have the other berserker. I still have the other berserker guy.
Oh, okay. I thought you had sent him.
Yeah.
So yeah, you send the berserker, and between both berserkers dying and the holocron, you should have it.
Right, because I can use the berserker when I sacrifice him. I can hit the executor with it.
Yeah, he'll deal 3 damage, then sacrifice for a 4th damage.
Right, but I can put the 4th damage on the other objective.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing 3 to Asteroid Sanctuary, then Executor triggers. I do 1 to plan the rescue. The Fleet Navigator gets a blast because it's orbital, and I'm like, focus, whatever, probably Klutzy Operative.
Yeah,
and then I'll get the unopposed.
I think you made it more complicated by playing orbital.
Yeah.
I think you had it without
I think I did, too. And then I can send the Berserker guy in. He's going to get 3 blasts, but when he dies, I can trigger Executor. And then even if I needed 1 more, I still had the Sith Holocron to get it. Yeah. So I got it there. It's fun getting Executor to work and get all that extra damage wherever you wanted it.
Yeah, you didn't see any of the other stuff from Deploy the Fleet.
No, I really didn't.
You had the Fleet Navigator, but...
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Well, and I saw Deploy the Fleet, so that never hurts.
Yeah, I think losing the Avenger was what hurt you. I think you could have won much earlier had you kept that guy around.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I think if you'd been a little more aggressive earlier, got rid of that TIE Phantom like I had suggested earlier, Ghost wouldn't have been as much of an issue, because you probably could have locked him down, and then, you ended up killing him with the Executor anyway, which is 3 out of 4 damage. But
yeah, that's true.
You still would have been able to pop him for 2 damage when he took out Imperial Vengeance. And had you gone in with the Berserkers earlier, they would have been sacked earlier. You could have sacked the Holocron. I think you could have gotten both the Phantom and Ghost off the table pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think I was, you always tell me I should be more aggressive, but I think I was just a little worried because I know how explosive Kraken decks can be if you get all the pieces, so I didn't want to they overextend myself, and then he blows up 3-1 turn, and it's, like the game's over, so... I was trying to be a little bit careful there. Plus, you still get used to the tricks from the new cards, and I knew he had Cassian and Jin in there, so just had
you did have the Ice Tromper though.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Fleet Navigator to block with. So it's like, if he sends one guy, you block with the Fleet Navigator, kick him out, and then you just auto-win the edge battle and you tactic something.
Yeah, that's true. I could have done that.
And you had the various triggers with the Executor, when the Ice Tromper goes out and whatnot. So,
yeah. It's still fun. It was a fun deck to play. I think that your variation with having more resources with Mahdi certainly helped there, although it makes it a little less likely to draw some of the things like the Death Squadron Star Destroyers and stuff, but hopefully I did your deck justice there, Derek.
No, it played pretty much the way it normally does. It does, if you don't see like the Avenger or Rav or like the Executor to where you don't have any of those damaging tricks to do, then it has more issues.
Right.
So that's why it's a lot more, I think it's more consistent in the 50 card version, but Deploy the Fleet gives you so much resource advantage, as well as those big Star Destroyers that can just crush objectives.
Yeah.
If you pull them out, as well as making it easier to play the Avenger and the Executor.
Right.
So
right.
who knows? I haven't played that many games with it, but I don't know which version's better, but I still like both versions.
Yeah, it was fun to play, and it's again good to try these cards with the the new affiliation cards where you get the 7 reserve, even though I forgot the first turn, and and Jerry was like using some new sets there again with Jin and Cassian, even though we didn't really see them other than Cassian got pitched in an edge battle. So, all right, well, I guess we'll wrap up this one now. So thanks again for joining me for your commentary as always, Derek. Appreciate it.
Yep, anytime.